Stop number 8 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to North Wilkesboro Speedway, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, as we're here today for the running of the first Union 400. And you notice this is North Wilkesboro 2017 version that we're using. This is the first time we'll be using this track. And if all goes well, we'll be going back there for the second stop here this season for the Tyson Holly Farms 400. So it should be a good race here on this 5/8 mile racetrack here, 0.625 miles in length. And let's get this started for today's running event. On the pole, again, it's Kyle Matthews. He's dominated the qualifying story so far here in season 18. Has a fast, seems to have a fast car on qualifying. He's in a Hardee's Oldsmobile car 29. He'll be alongside Seth Cole, car 52, the Folgers Chevrolet. Row 2 is Dylan Young, car number 2, the Pepsi Kroger Chevrolet, who nearly won at Bristol the last race on the tour. And alongside him is the one that won at Bristol this season, Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Mel Gear Ford. She also won a season at Texas. Third row has a Quaker State 26 Buick of Quentin Moore. He's on the inside of the third row. That car always seems to run well here at North Wilkesboro. He'll be alongside Keith Batson, who had a dominant run at Bristol, only to crash late in the going. He's in the Texaco Haviland Ford, car 28. Next row down has Charles Sanford in car 30, the Country Time Pontiac. He has one of our in-car cameras in today's event. He'll be alongside Zed Weinstein in car 70, the AC Spark Plugs Rumble Furniture Pontiac. Next row down has Paul Minnick in car 44, the Piedmont Airlines Chevrolet, and the number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet of Phil Parker. He's alongside. Next row down is Kev Shear in car 71, the Buck Stove Oldsmobile, who got his first ever career Castrol GTX Cup Series victory here at North Wilkesboro. He'll be alongside Cole Deaver, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet, car number 3. Next row down has Ryan George in car 17, the Tide Chevrolet. He won at Rockingham this season. And he'll be alongside Jesse Turner in the Carolina Tool Ford, car number 13, fresh off his second place run at Bristol. Next row down has a pair of Buicks. Zachary Fitzwater in the Skull Bandit Buick, car 33, and the 22 Miller High Life Buick of Dylan Poteet is alongside. Next row down is Trent Dunham in car number 1, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Chevrolet, and another Chevrolet, Joshua Osborne in car 25, the Folgers Chevrolet. Next row down has William Brock in car 4, the Kodak Film Oldsmobile, and car 88, Jonathan Thornton in the Gatorade Buick. He'll be alongside. Next row down has the number 43 STP Pontiac of Joshua Collard. He's on the inside. That's an 87 Pontiac he's driving. He'll be alongside an 86 Ford of Jason Haywood. He's in a Motorcraft Ford, car number 15. Next row down is Johnny Gardner, car 35, the Folgers Chevrolet. He'll be alongside the number 7 Xerox Antifreeze Ford of Kat Tellier. Next row down has number 21 Becca Tellier in the Hodgson Ford. She won at Darlington this season. She'll be alongside Emmanuel Hartnett, the Daytona 500 champion of Wins Kmart Oldsmobile, car number 83. Next row down, Ryan Winters in car 90, the Red Baron Frozen Pizza Ford, and beside him will be car 51, the Valvoline Oldsmobile of Alexander Rowe. Next row down, Joshua Sakuli in car 47, the Race Hill Farms Buick, and he'll be alongside car number 8, the Miller American Buick of Patrick Smith. Next row down has car number 11, the Budweiser Chevrolet of Zach Winkle, and beside him is Michael Whitman in a Strolite Ford, car number 6. Next row down has Brian Kazee in car 7 and car number 12, the Budweiser Chevrolet, the other one for Junior Johnson Racing, and the Superior Piping Nelson Contracting Chevrolet car 74 of Chelsea Bowl sits alongside. Next row down has Kyle Langland in car 27, the Kodiak Pontiac, and Tony Newman in car number 14, the Copenhagen Oldsmobile. Next row down has Ashlyn Boyd in car number 55, the Copenhagen Chevrolet, and Max Anderson in car 75, the Valvoline Pontiac. And starting shotgun in the field, Jordan Lopez in car 16, the Halpern Chevrolet, and beside him will be Mike Becker in the STP Buick, car number 42. And we forgot to mention, too, looking through race winners as well, Charles Sanford in the 30 car. He's only 2-time winner so far this season, along with Shelton. His wins came at Las Vegas and Atlanta. Here comes Command, the fire the engines here at North Wilkesboro. Command's getting the fire the engines for Sanford Racing here today on this 5/8 mile racetrack. Sanford not the only one carrying the in-car cameras today, so is Kyle Matthews and so is Jessica Shelton. They'll be the 3 carrying our in-car cameras in today's event on this 5/8 mile racetrack for the First Union 400. This is what this track would look like if it were to exist in 2017, which it does, but only in a only rotting to the ground, basically. So, unfortunately, but through the magic of NR 2003, this track still keeps is still alive and well, and keeping the tradition going. So the field rounds corner number 4 here as the pace car is up on a pit road. The first GTX 400 is on. This is the second of 3 straight short tracks we'll be running here in this early portion of the season here. We already ran at Bristol with Jessica Shelton taking the victory there. And we'll also be running here at North Wilkesboro right now. And the next stop after that will be at Martinsville, the shortest and the slowest of the racetracks. And from there, we'll be heading to the longest, from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest at Talladega after that. So, and of course, not to mention, this will be an opportunity here to try to grab spots for the Winston All-Star race as well at Charlotte, which will be coming up in about, just after the race at Richmond. But anyway, Kyle Matthews leads the race right now. Second position is Dylan Young. Third is Seth Cole. Fourth position, battling for fourth, is Quentin Moore and Jessica Shelton going at it. That's for fourth position. Charles Sanford in fifth spot. Or sixth position, I should say, excuse me. And the car riding on board Jessica Shelton's car, trying to go on the outside of Quentin Moore. And now trying to hold off the challenge of Charles Sanford, the 30 machine. Shelton has won here before, but it came in the Holly Farms 400 a couple seasons back. And by the way, we also saw a car that was on pit road, on the apron of the track. That was the car of Ryan Winters. There he is in the 90 car. Apparently an unscheduled pit stop for the 90 team, and he is down in the 40th position right now. He is 2 laps down. Running just ahead of the 17 of Ryan George. Lined up single file this portion of the racetrack. Darn pace car. Lined up single file this portion of the racetrack here. The front 3 have broken away. Quentin Moore, you see him in the 26 car running in 4th position. Wicker State Buick, car number 26. That's an 87 Buick he's driving. Sanford in 5th position. Shelton in 6th. 7th is Paul Minnick. 8th is Keith Batson. 9th is Kev Shear. Darn pace car. And 10th position is Ryan George with Zachary Fitzwater in 11th spot. There he is in the 33 machine. Trent Dunham running in 12th position. 13th is Phil Parker. 14th is in the 43 car is Joshua Collard. Zed Weinstein 15th. 16th position right now is Johnny Gardner. Cole Deaver in 17th. 18th is Becca Tellier. 19th is Dylan Poteet. And about for 20th is going now to Jason Haywood back as he gets past William Brock and now Poteet. So Haywood clocked, I think, in 19th. No, he's still in 20th that time by. But now he's running 19th at the moment as he gets by Poteet. Lap speed just over 110 miles per hour here at North Wilkesboro. Kyle Matthews continues to lead the event with Dylan Young in second position. There's Alexander Rowe and Joshua Osborne going at it. Osborne in the 23rd position, Rowe in 22nd. Several cars getting tail happy coming out of turn number 4. And by the way, Osborne was winner of this race back in season 15 in the first Junior 400. This is his only win at North Wilkesboro. As we watch Sekuli running right now and they're in the field here. Kat Tellier in the 7th, and the Daytona 500 champion Emmanuel Hartnett going at it. Hartnett diving inside of Tellier as they go through the first and second turns. Tellier coming off a tremendous run at the last stop at Bristol last race on the tour. And so too did Hartnett. A lot of passing in this portion of the racetrack here. As you see, Kyle Langland in the 27 car, Mike Becker in 30th. He's moved his way through the field from his last starting position. Zach Winkle, Jordan Lopez, Max Anderson. There he is, right there. And on down to Patrick Smith, who's in last position. But right now, Kyle Matthews got him all in his rearview mirror at the moment. Right now in the 29 Hardys also as we ride along with Kyle Matthews. As we're about to complete the 16th lap of the event there, we still have 44 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. And now you're inside his car. Looking through the other cars here from our in-car cameras here. That's Charles Sanford's machine. He's running in 4th position right now. Trying to close in on the front 3 of Kyle Matthews, Dylan Young, and Seth Cole. And that's from a view from Jessica Shelton's car. Jessica again running an 81 Ford, the Melgear car. And you see the RPMs, how quick they're turning the RPMs down to about 6,500 in the middle of 1 and 2, and there's the attack right there. And that's about 8,900 in the turn 3. And Jess nails that throttle to about 9,100 in the turn number 1. So, engine's getting a little bit of a workout here on these short tracks here. You think they run high RPM on these tracks here? Wait till you go to Martinsville. Martinsville, very tough on engines and brakes, without question. Long straightaways and the very tight turns, that's what that track's all about. But North Wilkesboro, not so much, and that's where we're at right now, as we're now completing the 22nd lap of the event. It's like another run through the field here. Quentin Moore's in 6th position, 7th is Kev Shear, 8th is still Batson. Minix now dropped to 9th, 10th position is now Ryan George. That position right there has not changed at all much here. Johnny Gardner winning 16th position. Cole Beaver 17th at the moment. Ryan Winters still in the way of some of the lead lap traffic. That's Joshua Osborne on the back bumper of the 90 machine. Osborne trying to put the bumper to Ryan Winters here as they come out the 4th corner. But Ryan's not having any of it. Jason Haywood in 21st position. Osborne, by the way, has moved up to 20th after starting a bit from the back. Becca Tellier running in the 22nd position. Jesse Turner, who dropped way back to 23rd in the order. As I said, Jesse Turner fresh off his 2nd place run at Bristol. Kat Tellier in 24th position. 25th is Emmanuel Hartnett. Sorlin is in there, and there's a bit of a battle going on here. Whoa, Joshua Sakuli just about bumped the back of Kyle Langland's car. But he's in 29th. Mike Becker running in 30th in the 42 machine. And now we're coming up on lap traffic here. Kyle Matthews trying to close up. It's about ready to close up on Patrick Smith. There he is in the 8 car. Riding on board Kyle Matthews' machine. Matthews closing up on that 8 machine right there, but as he closes up on him, that's allowing Dylan Young and Seth Cole to close up on Matthews at the moment, though, for the number 1 position. As Matthews goes inside, Smith just about cut him off through 1 and 2, or through 3 and 4, should I say, excuse me. But Matthews does get by here, and if he can get by... And there's the, yep, Smith gets Dylan Young room here as he in the 2 car. So Matthews and Young gets by safely, and so too does Seth Cole in the 52. So, so the business of battling is still going on here between the 29-2 and the 52. But that lap car has kind of bunched him up just a little bit there as Charles Sanford still trying to close up on the front 3 cars. Problem is now he's got that lap car between the 2 at the moment. Sanford trying to go to the inside of the racetrack here. Rear bumper cam, Charles Sanford's machine looking right at the front end of Jessica Shelton's car. And that's inside Charles Sanford's car. And he sees Seth Cole right there ahead of him, and Matthews knows also he's running into some more lap traffic here. Next one he'll try to run. The next one he'll run down is Michael Whitman in the 6. But the laps are clicking off. We're down to just over 20 laps to go. 22 laps to go to be exact. 38 laps in the books. Darn pace car again. And Sanford is closing in on the front 3 cars here as he's now just a little over a second behind Seth Cole, the 3rd place car. Let's see what the margin is this time by. It's now under a second. It's just 9,700ths of a second now. So he could close in on the front 3 cars there and make it a race out of it. He and Shelton. So he and Shelton may have something to say about a 3-car race for the win. Meantime, Quentin Moore still in 6th position, 7th position, battling for 7th now. Is Keith Batson and Kev Scherer. Batson goes to the inside lane now in the 28 car. And he has had a miserable first part of the season, too. Like I said, he had Bristol basically well in hand. Until he had to slow down to avoid a big wreck and cost him a ton of positions. And then on the next restart afterwards, he got crashed out. So Batson looking to redeem himself in his next few races. But he right now is running a 7th position. 8th position is Kev Scherer. 9th is Paul Minnick, and 10th is Ryan George, as he is still trying to hold off the challenge of Zachary Fitzwater, Trent Dunham, and Phil Parker. And now they caught the lap car of Michael Whitman, and then Dylan Young right up on the back bumper of Kyle Matthews to come off the second corner. Rear bumper cam of Matthews' machine now, and Dylan Young is just inches, a few feet apart. Down to just 16 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Right there behind Ashlyn Boyd in the 55. Matthew Sixes knows that Oldsmobile to the inside lane here as they go to the fourth quarter. Dylan Young looking to follow suit there, and Dylan Young was another one that looked like he might have Bristol well in hand last race on the tour, and he dropped back just a bit. But look at Young right there on the inside of Matthews as they go to the third and fourth turns now. Seth Cole trapped behind the 55 of Ashlyn Boyd, though, and he'll stay trapped behind. But now look what that's done right now. That's let Charles Saver and Jessica Shelton close up in the back, close up on the front three cars. Problem again, they do have lap car traffic between them now. And it's literally just car lengths now between the 29 and the 2. Oldsmobile in first, Chevrolet second, Chevrolet in third, Pontiac in fourth, and 3 wide there. Sanford in between a couple of lap cars, or inside of him. As he'll get by, and so too will Shelton. Maybe. And Shelton gets loose, come off the fourth quarter right now. And she'll finally get by those 2 lap cars, but that's cost her a little bit of time between her and Charles Sanford. But you got Oldsmobile first, Chevrolet second and third, Pontiac in fourth, and a Ford in fifth. Closing up now on 10 laps to go. Seth Cole getting by Tony Newman. And now Charles Sanford right there as well. On board Jessica Shelton's car as she tries to close up on Sanford. Now the top 5 are just about practically close together right now. And look at that. Young just above the back bumper of Matthews now. Off the fourth corner now. 8 laps to go. Off the fourth corner now, 7 to go here. Matthews still holding on, and Dylan Young drops back just a little bit, but now Matthews is caught behind Chelsea Bowles in the 74 car and the 12 of Ryan Kazee. Matthews, I say right now, a little bit frustrated. He just can't seem to shake out those lap cars here. Young took the outside lane now. But nothing doing. Now he's on the outside again. Seth Cole looks to the inside of Dylan Young now for the second position. And Young's trapped behind the Ryan Kazee machine now. Side by for second position. Seth Cole for second. He's got it. Now does he have anything for Kyle Matthews? Seth took a look to the inside lane now. Here they come for the third and fourth turns now. Inside the racetrack, Seth Cole had a missed opportunity at Bristol trying to get a win here this season. Looks towards the inside here at North Wilkesboro. Matthews now moves inside of Chelsea Bowles. She gives him room. But now look what it's done right now. Charles Saver was in the third position now. He's close up on Seth Cole. And Shelton's also got by Dylan Young. That's for fourth. There isn't a whole lot of traffic up ahead now. Don't know if they'll be close up on the 75 of Max Anderson. Don't know if they'll close up on him before the checker flag falls. 2 laps to go. And now Dylan Young goes inside Shelton again for 4th position now as they come through the 3rd and 4th turns. Now the white flag waves over Kyle Matthews. He has 1 lap to go in the race. Seth Cole trying for one last ditch effort. Charles Sammer running in 3rd position right now, but the day will belong to the number 29 Hardee's Oldsmobile. Off the 4th quarter he comes, and he's finally done it. Kyle Matthews wins the first Union 400 here at North Wilkesboro, his first of the season. As the Hardee's Oldsmobile goes to victory lane. Seth Cole, a very hard-fought 2nd place finish. 3rd will go to Charles Sanford. Dylan Young did get by Jessica Shelton for 4th. Shelton will finish 5th. 6th place will go to Keith Batson. 7th to Quentin Moore. Kev Shearer 8th. 9th will go to Paul Minnick. And Ryan George finishes in 10th. But Kyle Matthews is usually kind of hit or miss here at North Wilkesboro, but he certainly was a hit today as he wins here today. Starts from the pole, leads every lap in the event. As Kyle Matthews takes the Hardee's Oldsmobile to victory lane here at this famous 5/8 mile track in the Brushy Mountains. So 8 races are in the books on the season here, as we gave you the top 10 already. Kyle Matthews is a big winner here today. The average speed of 108.712 miles per hour. 11th position will go to Zachary Fitzwater. 12th to Trent Dunham. 13th to Phil Parker. Cole Deaver 14th. A great day for him. Joshua Collard 15th. 16th position will go to Johnny Gardner. Dylan Poteet will finish in 17th position. William Brock 18th, Josh Osborne 19th, and 20th will go to Jason Haywood. Zed Weinstein will come home in 21st position. 22nd will be Jesse Turner. 23rd will be Emmanuel Hartnett. Jonathan Zorn 24th. 25th will be Kat Tellier. Becca Tellier 26th. Alexander Rowe 27th. And Kyle Langland 28th. Joshua Seclui 29th. Zach Winkle 30th. Mike Becker 31st. 32nd will be Max Anderson. That was the last of the lead lap finishers. Cars a lap down or more: Chelsea Bowles, Ryan Kazee, Jordan Lopez, Tony Newman, Michael Whitman, Ashlyn Boyd, Patrick Smith, and Ryan Winters. That was the finishing order of today's event. Nobody out of the race, thankfully nobody out of the race, and thankfully no caution flags. So caution free today at the Wilkesboro Speedway, and the day belonging to Kyle Matthews. He gets his first win of the season in the Hardee's Oldsmobile as he takes it to the victory lane here today. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You'll like it here. You'll find everything on this channel here. You'll find everything on this channel in our races, gaming videos, everything in the NNSCRA. Seth Cole desires for this channel, and be sure to check out Seth's series as well. Be sure to check out Seth's cavalcade of series that he's running as well. The NNSCRA Texas Truck Series, the Pizza Hut X Series, and of course the NNSCRA Hershey's Cup Series. Be sure to check out those races as well. And I will guarantee you, Seth's races are a whole heck of a lot better than mine are. So anyway, I know Seth's probably getting sick of me here saying this. I know that, but anyway. Next race on the tour will be at Martinsville Speedway for the STP 500. And for now, this is James Qualls. This is my production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.